very much alike, they're very different. Now, if you don't like the apple, you have a reason. If you don't like the orange, you have a reason. It's not because you don't like the way they look, the color of it, or the way it smells. It's you don't like it because you've tried it. You experience it, and it just doesn't, you just don't agree with it. But a problem I see prevalent in today's society is we don't try to experience the other person. We don't try to get to know the other person before and after we meet them. It's just, we don't like them, we just judge them on their looks, their clothes, their body, their hair, their eyes. It's just, sometimes it's so dumb, it's not even funny. Now, it's not only because of us. It's not only because of what we think. It's what our parents thought before us. Now, I've seen it's not because of what we can do, it's because of what our parents can do. They can influence us. And so therefore, it's not a problem that exists in society, it's a problem that exists in the seeds we sow. Now, with that, I would like to give you some examples on why the judgment is bad. You have good judgment by experiencing things like you did with the apple and orange when you were younger, and time after that your friends pressured you into it just to try it again. Now, if you don't like this person, then you just don't like them, but you don't have a reason for it that's legitimate. But bad judgment would be, oh, I have a friend. Her name is Lashana. Now, you tell me what Lashana would be, and a response would be, she's maybe African American, or African, or she comes from Middle East, she's Islam, she's Buddhist, something like that. You judge them based on what you hear, and this can be very untrue, because this person could be a teenage male. This male would take very offense when you say that, and then I show you to them, and it would just hurt their feelings, and that's a bad judgment. Another one would be someone in overalls, someone who's dirty, someone who's got dirty feet, talks funny, and you would say they're uneducated, they're redneck, they don't know what they're talking about. But in reality, they could be smarter than you. They could have 4 degrees that are PhDs and you wouldn't even know it. So you calling them stupid, close-minded, would be very irrelevant to what you have to say to them, and it would completely destroy your relationship with them. If they could have given you a better job than the one you have now because they have relationships due to their degrees, it's just an ongoing event. A final example of bad judgment would be a celebrity you idolize. You would think this celebrity is nice, is funny, based on things they've done in the movies or the shows or what they've sang. But if you actually met them, actually spent a day with them, would you think that afterwards? Would you actually believe that they are the nicest person on earth? Even if they treated you like crap, just threw stuff at you, called you names, called you stupid, called you irrelevant because they're a celebrity and they have more money than you, they have more fame than you, would you still feel good about yourself? It's that relationship that you pre-decide before you even meet them. Now, why do you do this? Why would you even think this way, but your parents are doing it? Your parents are teaching you, they're telling you, they play with you, and they talk to you. They're displaying their ways to look at the world. They're displaying their thoughts, their emotions, their feelings, all to you while they're with you. So if you are with them and they show you this, they're basically showing you how to see the world, how to see people, how to live your life. Now, it might not come to that. It might be just from one event, one single thing, or a series of unfortunate events. It's called a bad apple, if you will. If you meet an African American, let's say, they punch you because you accidentally bumped into them. Well, then you could give off the assumption that all African American are violent, even though they aren't. Now, you could also give the assumption that a white person comes up to you, they're being all snobby, they talk to you like you're trash, and they just completely ignore you sometimes. Well, you could go with the fact that all white people are snobby. That's not the general idea. Now, another thing is stopping it. Stopping it would be amazing. Even slowing it down would be amazing. Stopping sometimes and maybe some other times, this would increase people's happiness, lower depression because they feel better about themselves. It would lead on to do greater achievements, which could lead to world-breaking discoveries or fame and fortune for everyone. Now, if you are a parent and you see yourself doing this to your children, passing on your views of bad, influencing them, this would change their thoughts too. So just think about it next time you say something bad about a certain select group of people or a sect of religion, if you will, Catholicism, Buddhism, Middle Eastern people, Europeans, Americans, Canadians, Australians, Russians, it's all the same. It's these different thoughts that we have of them, stereotypes, prejudices that all combine to make a very bad example. You could be their role model. You could be the person that they look up to because you're so nice to people. You're so loving and caring to them that you just make them want to be like you. And finally, it's the fact of the matter that we can stop it. It's not we can't, it's we can. We can stop it, we just won't. Because we still think we are right, we want to be right. It's a primal behavior to have a sense of overruling correctness over the other person. So when you argue about something that you don't know about, but you feel you're right, and they finally give in because they're done with it, that's wrong. They don't know you, you don't know them on the same level that you know yourself or they know themselves. So just taking the fact that whatever you do to someone else, they could do to you, and whatever you feel, they could feel. So with that, it's the things we think, it's the things we do, and the things we say.